What up, YouTube? I'm back. I know we're less than 48 hours away from the fight, but I want to make my final prediction of what I think is going to happen based on what has been happening for the past 2 weeks with the all accesses from Showtime and HBO, with the press conferences, with the especially after the final press conference and the face off. I felt that I had to make another video and tell you guys what I really think, because as we got closer to the fight, especially now, less than 48 hours, I really want to share with you guys what I think is going to happen. It's not necessarily what's gonna happen, but what I think is gonna happen. This, like I said in my videos, these are only my personal opinions, my personal thoughts, and my reactions and analysis to everything. You know, I'm just like you, make mistakes, but I feel like I should share it with you guys, because like I said, this is no regular boxing, this is no regular fight. It's the most anticipated, the most watched probably gonna be, and it's the biggest event in the sport at the moment. So without further ado, I'd like to share you guys what I think. I believe that Manny Pacquiao is gonna give it his best. I believe that Mayweather is gonna do the same. I believe that Mayweather has the great defense in this fight. I believe Mayweather has a better defense than Pacquiao. I believe that Mayweather is in favor to win to this fight, and that's no secret. I believe that a lot of people would want Mayweather to win, especially the town of Las Vegas, and so is every bettor around the world, because he's the 2-to-1 favorite. There's not one history in boxing as far as gambling and betting that Mayweather is no less than 6-to-1 favor or 7-to-1 favor. This time it's only 2-to-1 favor, and there's a reason behind that. There's not one fight that Manny Pacquiao has been since De La Hoya, I believe, that he's been underdog. Now Manny Pacquiao is. With that said, let's go to All Access. All Access from Showtime was completely biased for Mayweather and completely biased against Manny Pacquiao. Yes, I shouldn't complain about it because it's just an All Access and everybody got their own boxer. Showtime got Mayweather, HBO got Pacquiao. But if you put up an All Access Mayweather Pacquiao instead of Mayweather All Access Mayweather only, then it should be the both of them and talk about both of them. But I just thought I'd mention that. That's a small portion. HBO did the same thing. I believe HBO came out with the best All Access. That Last, The Legends Speak, all those are great. They're both for Pacquiao and Mayweather, unlike Showtime. Now let's move on to the grand arrival. Manny Pacquiao convoyed about 100 cars from LA to Las Vegas, and they didn't stop at MGM Grand to do his grand arrival because he felt that he's being disrespected by MGM Grand because it's heavy favor for Mayweather. That started when he fought Bradley. When Manny Pacquiao fought Bradley the second time, as he was entering the hotel, the Grand Arena, there was posters of Mayweather all over the place, like they were promoting Mayweather when Pacquiao has the fight that night. So that was very disrespectful. So he felt that he should go to Mandalay Bay, even though it's still the MGM Resort owned, but necessarily not the MGM Grand Arena. He didn't make his arrival there. Okay, as we move on, Mayweather did his at the MGM Grand because, like I said, that's MGM's baby, Mayweather. Now let's move on. Final press conference. The final press conference was one of the most boring press conferences I've ever seen, especially the fight of this magnitude. Mayweather said the same thing he's been saying for years, just like any other press conference. My training camp was remarkable. My father was a great trainer. We had a tremendous training camp. That was it. He not once mentioned or said the name Manny Pacquiao. He thanked Top Rank. Didn't mention or said the word Manny Pacquiao. Not on the final press conference. After the interview, after the press conference, there was an interview. He did say that, but not during the final press conference. If you guys get my drift. Mayweather said little things. Very few. Maybe a minute or two max. Didn't say much. On the other hand, Manny Pacquiao had a long speech together with Bob Arum. Manny Pacquiao had more speech about religion and religious, and he offered to talk and sit down with Mayweather after the fight and talk about God. And he did that. And he said, quote unquote, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And he looked at Floyd as he said that I would want to sit down with Floyd and talk with him about God. A lot of people argue that Mayweather is also believe in God, because like I said, he always says, quote unquote, I just want to thank God, because if it wasn't God, none of this would have been possible. That's what he says all the time. Well, not all the time, but most of the time. So Mayweather, very little typical stuff that he said on the final press conference. Manny Pacquiao said good things, a lot of good things. He thanked everybody. He looked at Mayweather. He's just excited. He's like a little kid that is very excited in a candy store. That's how he felt like. But it's a good thing. You guys didn't know Manny Pacquiao saved somebody's life in Indonesia, somebody from being executed, and he did that. That was also brought up in the final press conference by Bob Arum. Manny Pacquiao also thanked every fans for making this fight happen. Manny Pacquiao also said some good things about Showtime, MGM Grand and all that good stuff. So, on the other hand, let's fast forward. Okay, let me talk about LRB a little bit. LRB was the only person there that tried to make an animosity by making comments such as Showtime is the best ever because we have the best boxer. That was the most negative comment I've ever heard during that final press conference. But LRB is a piece of ass. Sorry. But he's just garbage. LRB should never be a CEO of anything. He's very uneducated and very poor personal relation skill. He just don't have it. He wears $1,000 suit, but he is garbage. Everything that comes out of that dude's mouth is like somebody that's not a CEO. How he introduced Mayweather, garbage. How he says things and talk about other people, garbage. He tried to pick a fight with Bob Arum in front of millions and millions of people at the final press conference by making comments such as Showtime has the best boxer ever. It's not the place for that. Bob Arum said a few things. Didn't attack or retaliate to the comment of LRB. Said mostly things about Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao's friend Shavit Singson said some things too. He's a governor in the Philippines. It's like I said in my past video, he's somebody you don't want to mess with. Espinosa, Showtime. We got Solomon, said a few things and showed the world the belt that Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather are fighting for, with 3,000 emeralds on it. And president of the MGM Grand International Resort, also spoke. I believe his name is Robert Stern, with his usual hairdo, looked like a soldier from the American Revolution. Anyway, let's go fast forward to the face-off. The face-off was a little, I wouldn't say unusual, but a little awkward, because from Mayweather, from him not saying a lot of things during his portion of the final press conference. You guys know Mayweather is a lot taller than Manny Pacquiao, so when he had a hat on too, so and the camera was on Manny Pacquiao's side, looking towards Mayweather, so they made him look very tall. He had his chin up, looking down on Manny Pacquiao, serious, but he looked like he's worried about something. I don't want to say the word scared, because I don't think that's right to say that, even though I should say it. Yeah, Mayweather looked scared. He looked worried. He looked really worried to me. Manny Pacquiao looked like a kid from a candy store. Like I said, he's just smiling. If you guys picture what I'm saying. Short dude looking up to him and just smiling. Nothing, he seems confident, not really worried about it. After that, held the belt, took pictures, did their pose, and they were interviewed after the face-off. Didn't really say much. Both fighters. But you know what, guys? Like I said, the whole press conference, aside from Mike Tyson making his comment, and aside from the face-off, and that's what I was really looking forward to, not really the whole press conference thing. Aside from those, the press conference was boring, But I'd rather have a boring press conference than a boring fight, if that makes sense. I'd rather have a boring press conference and a great fight, right? Now let's move on to the demands. We already know demands. Mayweather demands of Manny Pacquiao: gloves, now cup, drug testing, tickets being cheated, the whole nine. You guys already know that. Now, what I think is going to happen on the fight, I believe Mayweather is not going to change. Mayweather is going to be the same defensive style. It's been working for him for 47 fights, 19-20 years. He's not about to change. I believe that Mayweather has trained and watched Manny Pacquiao's videos, Manny Pacquiao's last fights and previous fights. I believe so. Even though he says that he's never watched somebody else's video, opponent's videos, matches, that's a lie. Mayweather had to study Manny Pacquiao. He had to. This is the biggest event, biggest fight of his career. So yeah, LRB was snooping around, or hiring somebody to snoop around Manny Pacquiao's camp so they can study Manny Pacquiao. Besides the fact that Manny Pacquiao, or Mayweather himself in his camp, said that they're not worried about the fight, that this is going to be another fight. That's all lies. They are worried, especially Floyd Mayweather Jr. himself. He is worried, he is scared. He knows that if there was one opponent in the boxing match at the moment in his current division, Manny Pacquiao would be the one that give him trouble. So Mayweather has been training hard. You guys seen pictures, you guys seen his training. He's been working out really hard. He wants to win. As he said, he really wants to win this, so he could try to tie up Marciano's record and surpasses it and become the greatest ever, right? The best ever, as he said. It's not gonna happen. But Regardless if he beats Manny Pacquiao or not, he's not going to be the best ever. But that's just me. Anyway, I believe he's not going to come out strong. I believe Mayweather is going to be the defensive guy. He's going to step back and let Manny Pacquiao do his little fire and rant in the first few rounds and then adjust to it. That's how I see this fight. Contrary to popular belief, a lot of people saying that Mayweather is going to be aggressive. He's going to go toe-to-toe with Manny Pacquiao. No, he's not going to do that. He's not going to go toe-to-toe with Manny Pacquiao. First 3, 4, 5 rounds maybe, he'll be defensive. He may throw, and I emphasize may, he may throw a little bit more jabs, a little bit more punches than usual against Manny Pacquiao, especially if he sees opening, because Manny Pacquiao is very vulnerable to those when he feints and when he goes forward, because Manny Pacquiao is an attacker. He's an aggressive fighter. He doesn't step back and run around. Not even with big fighters such as Algeria and hell, everybody he fought is bigger than him. Mostly, I mean, everybody's taller than him. Mayweather is not going to change. He's going to be the same defensive person, defensive boxer like he's always been. He's going to throw a little bit more jabs and a little bit more punches this time. He's going to study Pacquiao. I don't think Mayweather is going to knock down Manny Pacquiao nor knock him out. I don't think so. Mayweather, if he wins, and I emphasize if, not when, if he wins, Mayweather would only win by decision. And I am leaning forward to a split decision, not unanimous, not majority, split. That's what my personal prediction is. Yes, there's a high possibility that he may win unanimous decision or split decision, but the truth to the matter is my gut is telling me that if Mayweather wins, he would win by decision. The commission is beside him. The judge, just contrary to popular belief, was picked by the commission that was by Mayweather. If the fight gets close and it goes up to decision, they would give that fight to Mayweather. The referee is no help to Manny Pacquiao. It's Kenny Bayless. His style and techniques, the way he referees, it's clearly in favor of Mayweather. Kenny Bayless was interviewed. Had a little episode there. I don't think he does it personally, but there's a reason why Mayweather had picked Kenny Bayless to be the referee. Why not Tony Weeks? Why not somebody else? Why is it specifically Kenny Bayless? And don't believe that crap that commission was the one that hired Kenny Bayless and had said on these things. No. Mayweather has the influence. He had influence and demanded for Kenny Bayless to be the referee. I'm not going to go on and on. That's it. Now, Manny Pacquiao. I believe Manny Pacquiao will come out very, very strong, aggressive, like he's always been, if not aggressiver. That's even a word. Manny Pacquiao will be coming up more aggressive than ever. He will throw in punches from every direction. He will try to knock down Mayweather. He will throw a lot of punches. I don't see Manny Pacquiao slowing down at all. I don't see Manny Pacquiao running away from Mayweather. I see Mayweather running away from Pacquiao and try to set him up traps so he can throw that big right hand to Manny Pacquiao. That's how I see this fight happening. I see this fight as first round, Manny Pacquiao goes forward aggressively. Second round, the same thing. Third round, Mayweather start to throw a little bit more punches and jabs than usual because he's already know what happened in the first 2 rounds. Fourth, fifth round, Manny Pacquiao goes aggressive. Same thing. 6th, 7th, probably by this time, both fighters are going to be a little bit tired. A little bit, not so much, a little bit tired and fatigued. But the fight's going to go just going to get heater and heater. So, both fighters are going to probably be warmed up by the 5th, 6th round. And this is when we can see some explosions. I believe that within the 9 rounds, there's going to be a knockdown. And I believe that Mayweather is going to be going to get his first knockdown in his entire career within 9 rounds. And I see it coming about 8th or 9th round, if not earlier. I would say between 6th to 9th round, there would be a knockdown, if not a knockout. I don't necessarily see a knockout because, like I said, Mayweather hasn't never been knocked out before. And it's very unlikely that he gets knocked out in this fight. But if Manny Pacquiao catches him, he will go down. Like I said, I believe that there will be a knockdown between the 6th to the 9th round by Manny Pacquiao to Mayweather. I believe that Mayweather is going to come back very, very strong and somewhat aggressive when he gets knocked down. I see the fight going from 10th to 11th to 12th round explosion. Nothing but punches thrown every second. I don't see Manny Pacquiao slowing down at all. He wants this fight. He's been wanting this fight. He asked for it, he got it. With all the demands, the pain, I believe he wants this fight. And he wants to win it for the fans, not for himself. Obviously, he wants to win it for himself too, but I think it's more of the fans. He knows the fans want him to win. He knows that. I see Manny Pacquiao winning by either a knockout or a split decision. That's how I see this fight. What I mean by a knockout is I see him winning by either a TKO or stoppage, not necessarily knockout. I believe Manny Pacquiao will prevail. But what I don't want to see is a very, very close scorecards, which is very likely that we see in this fight. They're both the best fighter in the world in the current division. My prediction is Manny Pacquiao wins it by KO, TKO, or stoppage. Or a split decision. I just don't see Mayweather winning the fight unless it's a robbery. And we will know if it's a clear robbery. The whole world is going to be watching this regardless of what the judges score. When it comes down to scorecard, we know what robbery looks like. So if Mayweather wins, my prediction is it's a robbery. I believe in this fight, and I'm going to leave you guys with this. I believe in this fight that Mayweather is going to get at least the bare minimum, get knocked down for the first time in his entire career. I'm going to leave you guys with that. Thanks for watching 12 Rounds TV. Till next time. Peace.